Good morning, good morning, good morning. It's your girl, Becky D, live in the morning, 5 days a week at 7 a.m. So on yesterday, we had a tough conversation, and I decided to kind of stick with that theme of tough conversations. In every part or aspect of your life, you're going to have a tough conversation. Mine happens a little bit more frequently. I don't like to tell current employers that I'm leaving because sometimes, and this is just, based off of experiences, they start to treat you differently. So talking to an employer about me leaving is like a stressful thing. It's, a tough conversation. I don't know how to have it. I don't know what to say. And sometimes, quite frankly, I would just avoid. I would just be like, oh, yeah, no, And knowing good and well, none of that was true. And I probably really won't be there. But even in your love life, there's tough conversations that you kind of need to have, right? If it's a marriage thing, end of life, even if it's just a partner situation. And sometimes it's just the way they're treating you are really, unfortunately, if you guys need to split up, right? Those are tough conversations. So today I want you to have those tough conversations and sometimes take them a step further, right? We get on surface, you're like, oh, so, if I die first, what you gonna do? And then, you come up with this fairy tale little funeral or whatever you're gonna have and all this stuff. And it's funny at the moment, but then you need to kind of get serious. And be like, no, seriously, what is our family plan? Like, do we have life insurance? All these things. Have those tough conversations. If you are dating, have even tougher conversations, okay? I had the pleasure of going to a restaurant. I really wish I could remember the name of the restaurant. But I was out to eat with a friend. I can't remember who now, and that's going to bother me because I always like to remember my friend that I'm eating with. That helps me remember the restaurant. And this young lady was on a date. And all I heard the whole time was her asking question after question after question. And quite frankly, after the 11th question that seemed back to back, I wanted to leave the date. But then it made me think. I was like, yo, she's asking the questions that needed to be asked on day 1 and not day 100 when y'all trying to figure out what y'all is. You know what I'm saying? Like, are we boyfriend and girlfriend? Are we dating? Are we talking? Are we just, buddies? She's asking questions that's going to say, hey, you're a contender in my life, or thank you for the free dinner tonight. I'm not going to text you tomorrow. But having the tough conversations early on in a relationship helps you decide what course you're about to take with this person. Am I going to be able to go through the dark moments and the valleys in my life? Or do I need to abort the mission now and seek you out as a friend for concerts and good food? And even then, you need to have those tough conversations with your friends, especially if you made them godparents, okay? You guys, I don't know if some of you guys realize, but the godparents' role is to take the kids when their, parents is no longer able to. Be careful who you set up as your godparents. That's all I'm saying. So it's a lot more than just saying, oh, I like you, you like me. What's your favorite color? What's your sign? Okay, those are good questions to ask because, quite frankly, you might want to know that in the future. But it's like, hey, hypothetically speaking, right? If we're 6 years into a relationship and for some reason I wake up one day and all of a sudden I want to be a man, what are we doing, right? Now, realistically, that is the biggest hypothetical situation that you could ever come up with in your head. And I probably wouldn't drill somebody like that on a first date. But it's a conversation that need to be had, right? Just relationships falling apart left and right because of things that you didn't talk about in the beginning. And one thing that I have learned is that when a person shows you who they truly are, you believe them. You don't keep saying, oh, well, that's not who they were when we started talking. Well, they probably showed you that, and then you closed your eye, and then you drew on top of what you was seeing just to make it pretty again. Okay, leave it ugly, leave it messy. Have those tough conversations. And you're like, hey, hypothetically speaking, if I was to come home, you was in bed with somebody else, what you doing? Like, because a lot of times they say, what if you caught me cheating? No. What if that person you're talking to get caught cheating? Then what they doing, right? Have that conversation. Push the envelope. Stop just having that frou-frou talk where y'all sitting in bed all lovey-dovey like, oh my gosh. If I was to bring home somebody else, what would you do? Okay, that's cute. That's real cute. What you want to do is set yourself up for success and not for failure, right? The failure questions comes into play where it's like, oh, what's your favorite restaurant? Oh, you like steak or you like shrimp? You like both? Okay, cool. That's great to know. That's surface level stuff. You want to dig as deep as you can to get to know as much about that person. You want to get to know their ability. You want to get to know their anger levels. You want to get to know their funny side, their sad side. You want to try to get to know them in every aspect of life. And sometimes that could be done on one date. Sometimes that could be done over several. But each person is different, right? Each person. How are they in stressful situations? Change your date up. Don't always go out to eat. Out to eat is safe for a first night. But the second one, go axe throwing. Go do something, right? Get them into an environment that may be a little unfamiliar from them. One thing that I like to do is to go someplace that we both never done before. And there's the things we both never been to, places we've never ate at, and just kind of push the envelope. Are you okay with change? Are you okay with not being in a routine, right? I grew up watching Monk, and he had a routine for everything. So is it okay that we're not doing what you're normally doing on a Friday night, right? Those are the things you want to have to do. Today, I challenge you to have that tough conversation with someone. Send this to somebody if you need to, okay? Definitely send them the one for tomorrow on our Future Talk Fridays, okay? Let them know I'm committed to this as long as you are. And if the word commitment scares them off, you've already had a tough conversation. You don't need to further it. You're welcome. All right? You guys, as always, I hope you're having a lovely week and a lovely day. The spring break has been so refreshing and rejuvenating for me, and I'm ready to tackle the rest of the school year and move on into my future position, all right? We'll get more into that on tomorrow morning. But you guys, as always, my name is Becky D with Becky D in the Morning, and I'll be talking with you tomorrow morning.